chronic diseases like heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. People could avoid those diseases by behaving in a healthier way, particularly avoiding smoking, eating healthier food, and being physically active. But most people can't behave that way consistently because they are preoccupied and stressed and living in a world that, day after day, makes it easy to do what is unhealthy and difficult to do the opposite. If we want to be healthy as a nation, my colleague and I wrote, we should change our everyday world to make healthy behaviors easier. Now Bloomberg was saying the same thing. He told the conference, public health succeeds by making the healthy choice the default social option. Every important action taken in public health incites opposition because it means changing society. And that often makes the work of public health heartbreaking. Those of us who do it see people suffering and dying from preventable diseases, and we dream of taking simple actions to fix the causes. And then, because we face strong political headwinds, we often end up running insignificant pilot programs or writing proposals that are ignored. On the plane home from Atlanta, I couldn't stop thinking about the combination of Bloomberg and Frieden. This looked like a once-in-a-century aligning of forces, a chance to do something big. 2 weeks later, I emailed Frieden to ask if I could work for him at the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene. He invited me to come to New York to talk, and a few months later I began a year as his advisor. I wasn't disappointed. Frieden indeed had huge ambitions, and he was leading a band of activist doctors on a mission to save the life of every New Yorker. He also had Mayor Bloomberg's ear. As Frieden and his true believers changed the focus of the health department to modern health problems, they were transforming that agency and redefining public health. I joined the club and advised him on subjects as wide-ranging as drug overdoses and salt levels in food. It was a thrilling time, but Bloomberg's second term was drawing to a close, so at the end of the year, I returned to my job as a professor. Afterward, I began writing a book about the New York City Health Department. In late 2008 and early 2009, I interviewed Tom Frieden and 24 of his staff for the book. Then things changed. President Barack Obama asked Frieden to be the director of the CDC. The New York City Council revised a law so that Bloomberg could run for a third term, and Bloomberg asked me to succeed Frieden as health commissioner. So in the spring of 2009, I put the book aside and moved to New York City. During the Bloomberg years, the city health department attacked what we saw as America's biggest killer, smoking. It then went after heart disease, stroke, hypertension, and obesity by mounting assaults on trans fats, salt in processed food, and sugary drinks. None of these initiatives happened easily. They took place only after painstaking, often repeated and circular, review and skirmishing within the health department, followed by wrangling within City Hall. Many ideas died in the process. Others made it into the sunlight, only to be killed by the state or federal government or by the courts. Still others survived and thrived. In the early 1990s, Al Sommer, then dean of the School of Public Health at Johns Hopkins University, approached businessman Michael Bloomberg for a donation for his school. In their first conversation, Sommer compared public health to medicine, hitting hard on the idea that public health actions save lives wholesale instead of retail. Mike got it like that, Sommer said to me, snapping his fingers. Later, a Johns Hopkins administrator said to Sommer, "I don't know what you told Mike Bloomberg, but he's going around telling everybody that the School of Public Health saves more lives than the medical school will in its entire history." Sommer and Bloomberg, who later became friends, liked the phrase. Over the years, they played with it and made it into a slogan that Sommer trademarked for what is now the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health. Protecting health, saving lives, millions at a